Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it is me, the only commentator here, and I decided to make a video on this topic. I am extremely late, and later than usual at very least. However, it is never too late to pay respects to a very big YouTuber. In this case, it's the man, the myth, the legend, the cuck, Idubbbz.
I'm gay.
He was a very, very good YouTuber and content creator, I would say, at very least. He didn't really inspire me to make my channel. All my edgy jokes don't come from Idubbbz, but I used to watch his channel a lot. His content comps were the one thing I used to always go back to and always watch. It was always amazing to see that content being pushed. I love the Tanamongu content comp, watched that 3 or 4 times in itself. The Leafy content comp before it was deleted, I watched that 2 or 3 times itself. I watched all the content comps and even the content deputies that he's released at least 3 or 4 times because they were really good. It's just sad to see where he's ended up. So, in this video, I wanted to talk about a couple of things about Idubbbz and how he started off and why people respected Idubbbz in the very beginning, to how he's ended up here in a very bad situation where it looks like he's crying 24/7 and he's having a mental breakdown. Even on the Anthony Padilla podcast, Padilla, sorry, fucking hell, Anthony Padilla podcast looks super depressed. He's been saying it out loud. He looks like the most depressed human being imaginable, and it's just sad to see, especially from crazy good creator to Ryan's toy review. I don't really know where the fuck he's ended up. But regardless, I needed to talk about the downfall of this YouTuber here. And I wanted to talk about in the very first place how and why he became respected. The very first reason he was respected was because of his content comps. Was very good, but let's go a little bit before that. How about we talk about the content he made with Filthy Frank and Anything for Views and all these kind of people as well. Those videos were really good. They may have been extremely edgy, said some really fucked up shit, but it was 2012 YouTube at the time. It was 2013 YouTube, 2014, 2015, 2016 YouTube. All until 2016 was all mostly edgy content. That's what people made on the platform. And that was funny. It was hilarious. It made you laugh. That's the reason you respected Idubbbz, because whatever came to his fucking head, he would say it out loud with no reservations and no type of hesitation at all. And it was hilarious to see, and it was fun to watch. And that's why people respected the very beginning of Idubbbz. Then you respected him more when he released the Content Cop series, which was amazing in and of itself. If you hated a YouTuber, and you didn't know why you hated a YouTuber, he would find that YouTuber that you hated, and he would give you a video on why you should hate that YouTuber, with amazing skits, with amazing comedy, and amazing reasoning. There was no hesitation for what he was saying there. There was no holding back. If you fucked with Idubbbz, Idubbbz would fuck with you back. Either Keemstar, Leafy, Tanamongu, all these YouTubers were fucking with Idubbbz in one way or another. We're not just fucking with Idubbbz, or just fucking with the internet in general. And he would make you a comprehensive video on why it was so good, on why this YouTuber was so bad. It was so simple to understand. They were very well put together. They were very well analyzed. And then people really started blowing up and really respecting Idubbbz. Now today, the only reason that people respect Idubbbz, as far as I can tell so far at very least, is his documentary series, which I think is pretty okay. I never really enjoyed it as much. It's just not Idubbbz for me. It seems just like a random documentary person going in there. I feel like if Idubbbz went in there, half the documentaries would have been a little bit better. Not Ian, because I think it's more Ian, less than Idubbbz now. That content is good, but his downfall came hard after Sam Hyde. But we'll talk about all that in this next part of the downfall of Idubbbz. The very first thing you have to recognize about Idubbbz is the downfall, I feel like, happened around the time he started dating and marrying Anissa. Now you may just say,
"You're just a sexist person. The second Anissa comes in, the second you think of a female, oh my goodness."
No. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Let me tell you why everybody just thinks it's Anissa, okay? The very first thing, the downfall of his channel really started to happen when he started dating Anissa. I'm sorry to tell you, that's basically the truth. Look at the analytics, look at the videos he's posting when he started dating Anissa, and where it's going. It's obvious, okay? It's kind of there, and if you don't want to blame it on Anissa, that's fine. But the very first type of shit that Idubbbz got was because of his wife, or his now wife, Anissa, starting an OnlyFans. You tell me why it was a good economic decision and a good popularity decision on why they would have done such a thing. I'm gonna let you wait. Here's a 5-second waiting period. No, fuck you. I don't give a shit. Here it is. Let me tell you, why would you start an OnlyFans? Why would you start an OnlyFans? Idubbbz is almost certainly rich. Whether he gets YouTube monetization completely or not, he's still fucking rich. There is no doubt about it. Even if he got demonetized videos that got way less cash, well, I mean, the content cops got way less cash, then guess what? He's still making a huge portion because he got millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of views on every single one of his content cop videos. There's no way he was broke, or he's poor, or he's having issues with money. And there is no way, at least in my mind, unless he's really spending shit out, buying 17 Ferraris and a crazy mansion that you don't see in his videos, he had enough money. And they started an OnlyFans. Why? I think it was for attention. Honestly, that's how it feels. And it ruined Idubbbz's career because that's when everybody started calling him a cuck. And that's when his downfall really started because he just started to become depressed for some weird reason. It was just always depression, and he switched up his content greatly. I tried to watch some Idubbbz new videos and stuff like that, and it was always squirrel videos, and I was like, okay, well, that's, you know what? Maybe this is a side project. Okay. And then I'd watch his other stuff, his newer stuff of playing with Thanos toys, and, what was the other ones? The reason I don't answer when somebody asks me what's my favorite type of music was the other video. And I looked at that shit and I'm like, is this fucking Idubbbz? Has he been fucking hacked? Because there's no way. He went full fucking Mark Zuckerberg, robot overload, changed his fucking direction in life, and changed that. And I can respect it if he did it well, but he didn't do it well. And then we get on to Creator Clash. Yikes. And I need to say this right now. Boxing is a very aggressive sport. Idubbbz was not made for boxing, and he should have never done a boxing event. I think the idea was good. The way it was done was dog shit. It was absolutely terrible, the way they did it. And the creators they put on that card was pretty good. It was pretty fun to know, like, oh, these are the creators I know. Hee, the old creators from like 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016 YouTube. Yay, they're all fighting each other. Great. It was a good idea. Done terribly. I don't think Idubbbz realized that boxing is such an aggressive sport, and you have to let shit talk happen. You have to let the storyline happen. But there was no storyline. That's why nobody watched Creator Clash. That's why everybody watches The Zone. And when they have KSI in his fights, and these YouTubers and these Instagram people all fighting each other, the reason that they said, yes, this is the one I'm watching compared to Creator Clash, is because of the fact there was a storyline behind half the YouTubers there. Whether you like them or not, you saw online some YouTube shorts possibly, or on somebody's videos, here's the beef, here's the beef, here's the beef, here's the beef between these two people they're going to be fighting here soon. This is going to be a crazy fight. But you didn't have that with Idubbbz. Instead, you had very shitty jokes and comedy, and just nobody who was really willing to take it, I feel like, too seriously. Of course, there are a couple fighters that did take it seriously. There was one fighter that was with Tony Jeffries. I watched the whole entire video on her. She did really well in Creator Clash, and all these kind of people. You have Andrea Botes. You have all these crazy people in there. They did really well, and I believe that these people do deserve respect for getting in the ring. Idubbbz, a little debatable. I respect him for getting in the ring with Mike, the doctor. You see him? You're fucking... It's like... Honestly, it's like a regular human being fighting Hulk. He had 10 plus boxing experience, 10 plus years of boxing experience, while Idubbbz had roughly a couple of months. There was no way he was gonna win that. I respect him for getting in there. I respect him for doing it. But that first event really fucked up, especially with the Sam Hyde documentary he did, where he kind of ticked off Sam Hyde. And he went after Idubbbz a little bit. It wasn't really went after. It was more trying to make content out of it, and Idubbbz didn't like that. And he banned Sam Hyde, and everybody was wearing Sam Hyde merch from the event itself, which is stupid because it's a charity event. They're paying money to get in and watch your event. This is not personal beef time. You should not be going and discussing personal beef in such an event. It's a charity event. There's peace at a charity event. There's not Sam Hyde who's going to enter the stage and go, fuck you, Idubbbz, and pile drive you into the ground in the middle of that ring. It's not going to happen. I'm almost certain. No matter how bizarre Sam Hyde is, it's not going to happen at all. And they didn't take it seriously enough, I feel like, and they really tried to make it a joking event. And it just didn't really work out too well, I feel like, when it comes down to it. I found some appeal in watching some clips after the fight of just seeing, oh, these boxers fighting each other for 30 seconds. The Boogie 298, or whatever the fuck his name is, the fight on DAZN, I feel like, was better than most of the other fights that you had around there. And then we go on a little bit further. I'm going to talk about Creator Clash 2. Froggy Fresh, getting released from the card. You have to understand, boxing is a sport of shit-talking, and getting into your opponent's head before the fight starts. It is very simple in my mind that that's what you do. And you need to allow shit talk. You need to allow some sort of beef. You need to allow something to happen. You need to allow some sort of out of line shit to be said every once in a while to keep the event fresh. Froggy Fresh tried to keep it fresh. He made a joke about Anese's OnlyFans and basically got kicked off the card because of that. There's no other reason. He did a little bit of trading with Sam Hyde, but you are such a bitch if you cannot allow a guy who is training with another guy that you don't like to go into the event. It's as simple as that. Their personal beef, again, should not be getting in the middle of a charity match. There was no personal beef, I feel like, and I feel like Sam Hyde was never going to cause any chaos if he showed up to the event. Unless you really see him with 30,000 people outside with AK-47s loaded up and Molotov cocktails ready like it was a fucking Call of Duty match, you should be fine, and you will be fine, and you should have let him into the event. But you didn't. Instead, Idubbbz fucked that all up, and it just didn't end well. Then Froggy Fresh got kicked out of the card, then people didn't like Creator Clash because of the fact he just didn't let any bit of shit talk, he didn't allow anything. And that's not what boxing is. Boxing is a very aggressive, manly sport. I'm sorry to say, it's a very manly sport, but that's how it is, right? You go into the ring, you beat the fuck out of somebody, you get out as a victor if you get that shit done. And it's just clear to me that Idubbbz doesn't really have the same dedication to it that most other people do, and it's just sad to see him just get his fucking ass whipped in the ring by fucking Alex Wasabi? You gotta be kidding me. Alex Wasabi. I'm sorry, man. No. You shouldn't be getting your ass kicked by Alex Wasabi of all people. But regardless, after that, and after everybody kind of left that event feeling a little bit disappointed, he just continued to go down the lane of now he's extremely political, and now every single thing that he does on stream or whatever is extremely political, saying, oh my god, the Trump supporters are out, which is not the reason anybody liked his content to begin with. His content wasn't necessarily political. I don't think he ever talked about politics beforehand. I didn't follow him because he said, hey, he wasn't heiling Hitler. He was just talking about random shit. He was talking about fun shit that he would like to talk about sometimes, or you like to hear about and like to listen to. And then after all of a sudden, he just kind of drops it. He drops the ball in his new content. He went from, I'm a mature human being and I'm going to make mature content, to,
I'm going to do a toy review. Toy review, everybody. We're going to review toys, and we're going to review Happy Meals and political shit, and yay! I'm Ian Idubbbz, and this is the content you're going to be listening to for the rest of your life. Woo!
It's just not good. And he apologized for his content cons, which he never had to do because these people had good fucking... They deserved it. They deserved the content cops on them. It's as simple as that. And then we have now, where it's just Idubbbz is releasing apology after apology, and I think it's partially because he switched political groups. I don't want to talk about politics too much on this channel. But if you're going from a kind of what everybody would consider, I guess, in the left side, if you follow the left side, you'd consider Idubbbz or somebody on the right because he says the N-word, I guess. I don't know how that works in anybody's head. But regardless, he went from what is viewed as the right side to the left side. So, of course, every single thing that he said in the past, every single little thing that he does in the past is going to be criticized through a more, fucking hate using this word, but woke mindset. And of course, that's going to fucking absolutely destroy any type of content he's going to be trying to make today. I mean, look, again, half of it's toy content, half of him just playing with random shit. It's as simple as that. And it's really just sad to see how far he's dropped and how far his balls have gone back inside of his body. He has no backbone anymore. He's being walked over by literally everybody and the YouTube fucking industry. Even Moist Critical was talking about how Moist Critical, who's known for being one with the best takes on certain things, he didn't even think Idubbbz had to apologize. It's obvious that he didn't have to apologize, and I don't think he did. I make my fair share of edgy content, and I think he just sold it. I think he's a sellout. I honestly think Idubbbz is a little bit of a sellout because of all the things he's done. I think his channel switch kind of fucked that up for him. I think that, like, switching from a very edgy content to very YouTube Kids is a very weird change to have, and it's clear that he just wanted to change the groups that he's hanging out with, because instead of hanging out with Chad and Anything for Views and all these kind of people, Filthy Frank probably, he's hanging out with Hassan and Ethan Klein, who are both notorious for talking about politics, but both not knowing any little bit about politics, which is very funny to think about. Now, oh, fucking Hassan is on fucking Twitch for 10 hours a day talking about politics, despite the fact he doesn't know shit. But regardless, that's all I really want to talk about today. It's just that I used to respect Idubbbz a hell of a lot. He used to be a very good YouTuber, and he used to be a very good content creator, until the drama came around, until he decided to get very political, and now he's chronically online as far as I can tell, and it's all a very disappointing and very depressing thing to see. And that's really all I can say about it. He should have done a lot better. He should have figured out a different path that's probably a lot better. Instead, he fucked himself over. It's as easy as that. He messed himself up. He got absolutely butt-fucked by Anissa. It's pretty obvious she's the one using the strap-on in this scenario. I have no clue what he's going to do next, and I don't think he can really revive his career. And honestly, there's no way he can revive his career. If he wants to get his old fan base back, he would have to make a bunch of edgy content, and I hate to see it, probably drop Anissa. Not because she's a woman. There's a bunch of good fucking edgy women out there who probably make really good content. I don't know any personally, but still, it's not because she's a female, it's because she's a bitch, and nobody likes her because she's a bitch. That's about it. That's it for now, I guess. If you guys have any ideas on Idubbbz, or if you guys have any perspective on Idubbbz that you want to talk about, leave it down in the comments below. I'm going to be responding to a lot of the comments there. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and yeah, I mean, that's about it. See y'all next time. This is the Holy Commentator, signing off for now.